It happened really this year. This year has been probably the hardest for me so far. You know, like I initially hired a coach because I've plateaued and I've done the same volume year after year, and I was like, I'm stuck. I'm missing something somewhere. So that's kind of why I went into the coaching in the first place. But this year has been really hard, and so just kind of coaching and going through so far the track so far was just kind of teaching me I have to let something go. You know, there has to be a point, like I've done the same thing over the last couple of years, and something something is not working. I have to let something go. So I had kind of researched and looked around, and this gal came really highly recommended. So we talked for a while, and you know, so it was like I had to get it done. Like I needed to spend that time with my family. I needed to really focus on the time blocking and doing the things that got me business, because my business has been very peaks and valleys, you know, and when we're down, I mean, I'm down like for months. And so I was like, I just can't. If I keep doing this, I'm not going to be able to be in the business for as long as I intend to and want to. So I think just with kind of everything going on, COVID, even though it's crazy and not expected that it was, I feel like it was a blessing at the same time, because it made me really take a step back and like look at my business like, listen, you've got to get this time that you've been given figured out, you know, so that when business picks up and we kind of go back to some semi-normal world, I have these things in place so that the systems that we went over has been really huge for me, because that's really what I've been working on these last couple weeks, because I didn't have any systems that I could eventually hand over to an admin, you know, like, yeah, I've seen myself growing, not that I am focusing on a team, but I've always been in a leader role. So that's kind of where I know I'll be eventually heading. And I want to make sure I have my systems in place now while I'm not that busy, so that I can keep things running and be more successful. So the systems was huge. More organization. So really having a place where I can, because I'm not good with tracking. Like I'm terrible with tracking. So it really gives me a place, and it's been making me more intentional about tracking. Then I can see what I'm doing, where am I getting business, you know, like what's working for me and what's not, where I need to get better, and put more effort into. So I like that. I mean, that's probably been the biggest thing for me as far as getting help. I really like the role-playing videos with the listing and the buyers, because I've obviously gone to a bunch of both of them, but it really made me think about the type of conversations I was having and the intentions behind it. And so when I did the buyers one, I actually had a buyer's appointment, and I got to ask some of those questions that he talked about and ways to present and things, you know, so it was really, I mean, it was super helpful. And I got them to go from like 10 homes down to 2, you know, and they made that choice. I didn't tell them right or wrong. We just kind of had the conversation, you know, and I love the group. Like I love the positivity around everything and everybody cheering each other on. Like that's just an environment that I really try to keep myself in. I mean, if you don't do it, I mean, then what are you expecting from the business? Like, what are you expecting to get out of it? Like, you have to put the work in, and it may take a few months, but you literally are going to thank yourself when you start seeing these things. You know, it's like when you're farming a neighborhood and you decide to make these decisions on what you want to do as lead generation. You have to make that commitment and make the plan and stick to it. I mean, it's not going to be easy. There are days when you're like, what the hell was I thinking? But go back to why you got into the business. It's the best money you will ever spend. As much money, like I've been doing this for 4 years, and I was a very like, oh, that's shiny. That looks like it works. Let me pay for that. Oh, that looks so great. Like, I can't even tell you how much money I wasted. And when this came out, because I got the book early and I went through it, I was like, this is the best money you will ever spend. And it's literally all you need. Like all you need is the training that we have with this program, the tools that he has online with the T.R.A.C.K program, and yourself. Invest in yourself. Like you have to invest in yourself if you want to get somewhere, especially in this business. And this is the best money you will ever spend. It's like when you're buying a house, like get the inspections, get the appraisal. Like it's the best money you're going to spend for the investment that you're putting in.